Okay, today I'm going to show you how to tie a dropper loop for putting a shrimp fly on. Pretty common to use shrimp fly in Oregon for black bass. I'm sure it's popular in other places as well. Normally I would use a 50-pound big game, Berkley big game line, but for demonstrations I'm going to use some rope. I think it'll be easier to see. This is a knot where the heavier the line, usually the easier it is to tie. So much under 50 pound, and it's actually a pretty difficult knot to tie. 50 and above, it seems to work real well. So you start out with your line, and you just create a nice big loop, and you want to have plenty of tag end. So your loop's there, your tag end's there, and then you're just going to start taking that tag end hand over hand. Now with 50-pound line, I would do 7 wraps. With 100, you could do 5, maybe less. And if you went under 50-pound line, you'd want to do more wraps so the knot doesn't slip. So you've done this, you've come hand over hand right there, and now you're just going to reach in the middle, and you're just going to pull one of those loops apart that you put in your line there, and then you're going to grab the bottom of the big loop and pull it up through that. Get a hold of it with your mouth and pull nice and tight. Now, of course, if that was mono, you'd want to moisten that knot as you pulled it tight. And that'll give you a nice non-slip dropper loop. And the advantage of that, if we switch back over to some mono, where I've already tied in a dropper loop, is if you want to put something like a shrimp fly on your line, you can simply just push the loop through and pull the shrimp fly through the loop and pull it nice and tight, and then you have a shrimp fly attached to your loop that won't come off. Some people prefer to actually cut this tag and to tie that free end on with whatever their favorite knot is to the shrimp fly. They think it gives it better action. I don't find that I normally need to do that, but if you did that, I would probably tie an overhand knot to keep the knot from slipping on the end that you don't tie to the shrimp fly. They just cut the loop, tie the free end of the shrimp fly, and then with the end that you're doing nothing with, maybe a couple overhands to keep the knot from slipping. So that right there is the first step to getting out there and getting yourself some bottom fish.